I don't know who needs to hear this today, but I know that somewhere out there is someone that is maybe getting into a new relationship, meeting up with someone for the first time, video chatting with someone for the first time, and really nervous about just, I feel like in new relationships sometimes it brings like a magnifying glass on yourself, but like almost in the worst ways, where you're starting to highlight like features and I don't know, maybe like negative attributes that you have or whatever, and just worrying about how someone else is going to respond to you as a person. And for everybody out there that is finding it difficult to be themselves going out and starting new relationships, totally fucking relatable. Also could be the reason why you're having a hard time in relationships, because if you're presenting yourself as almost like a different version of yourself that you feel like is more appealing to the other person, that's who that other person is falling in love with. And I think a lot of times that comes from the core belief that we are unlovable how we are, or if someone knew how I was on the inside, they wouldn't love me. And it almost becomes this like self-fulfilling prophecy, because that person does fall in love with somebody else, the other person that you are projecting out, and then it just reaffirms those like false negative beliefs that you have about yourself. So I challenge everybody that is in that space where they're going out, they're dating again. Maybe you're like in the new processes. This can work at whatever phase you're at in life anyways, but I challenge you to show up how you are and not let rejection or anything make that mean for you that you are unlovable the way that you are, or that, I think obviously the goal is to get to a place where you can throw out that, what is true to you. And if someone doesn't pick that up, you're happy about it almost. There's always going to be like that feeling of being rejected, or that feeling of, like that kind of like painful feeling. But I think there's also like a strength in it, and just knowing, and really it's just like a mental thing. It's not about trying to get rid of your feelings. It's about breathing into the feelings. And I like promise you there's strength in that feelings if you're able to like breathe into it. What it is shutting off the mental parts that are telling you, oh, like I shouldn't have said this. I wish that I didn't, act XYZ way. And knowing that if you're being authentic to yourself and you're expressing yourself in a real way and all of that stuff, then not gaslighting yourself, and not letting yourself start to think what if, and just knowing that I'm so fucking grateful because this person isn't meant for me then. The more and more you do that, that's you saying, I know what I want. It's a person that loves me for who I am unconditionally, and I love myself unconditionally enough to say no to anything that's not in alignment with that. And have the confidence to honor yourself by saying no to things that aren't your vibe. If you find a really cute man or woman and they're not super emotionally available, they're giving you kind of like chill vibes, and you want commitment, love yourself enough to say no, because you know that someone that is meant for you is is coming in, you know? And it is so validating when you do meet somebody who, you know, loves you with no makeup on and loves all the different pieces of you. But I think it's really important to love yourself that way first in order to bring that person in, if that makes sense. And it's so difficult. And so I just wanted to make this this little like reminder for anyone out there that's like been struggling and maybe not sure why, or getting stuck in the patterns of just, you know, kind of like negative thinking associated with that. When really there's so much power that you have over that. There's so much that you can do to change that energy around. And for me, when I kind of figured that out, that was really like helpful. So yeah, and also to the people that have embodied that and are doing that and are still fucking nervous and are still fucking worried about, you know, all the little things, totally normal. Some people don't ever get to the space where we're not all like Buddhist monks that are just going to be radiating high vibrations 24/7, never have any insecurities or flaws. I think it's really common to worry about how other people are going to perceive us, if they're going to accept us the way that we are. And I think really the only thing that you can do about that is get out of the mental loop of like, you know, just self-destruction, and start to accept yourself as much as you can, and do the best you can. I recently had met up with someone and was breaking out all over my face. I just moved. There's like been a lot of stress involved. And yeah, I was just like, do I not wear any makeup? Do I cover this with makeup? Like, I never, not even in high school have I ever broken out. And yeah, I'm happy that I was able to get to a place where I was like, you know, I'm just going to feel it out. We'll see. But not everything is writing on how someone sees me. And it's knowing that you're strong enough to, you know, worst case scenario, this person's like not into it. Okay, like my life's not gonna end. It's probably gonna be like painful. But the more and more we like breathe into our emotions and accept them and like honor our inner child and just, you know, like tell ourselves, yeah, that makes sense that you feel shitty. Like your feelings just got hurt. That's okay. But you know what? Like probably a better thing to know now that this person isn't going to be into you if you're breaking out. Do you really want to be with someone like that for the long term? Probably not. You know, so I think either way, like the more and more you go inward, like the better things get. But I just wanted to, I guess, also throw out there that like the better it gets doesn't mean that like the goal is not to get to a place where you have no feelings and like you don't care about things. The point is to get to a place where you're so centered in yourself that you can breathe into these feelings and let them flow through you to a point where it doesn't start, the feeling doesn't start a self-destructive like mental pattern that reinforces that feeling and makes that feeling last longer, you know, to where you have to sit in it longer. But anyways, I love you guys. You're doing great. I hope this resonated. Let me know if it did. And I love you, and I will talk to you later. Oh, and also, side note, the person didn't give a fuck. Did not give a fuck. Thought I was great. So you control your own narrative. And I think also sometimes the things that we think are huge things are like non-existent problems to other people. I've had that happen plenty of times where I'm like super insecure about something, and then I am just insecure about this thing forever until one person accepts that part of me. And I think if you find yourself kind of doing the same thing, it's recognizing that and recognizing the power that you're giving to other people and just taking that back for yourself and being like, what if I'm the person that accepts me for how I am? And in turn starts attracting people that also are accepting me fully as I am. Knowing that while you're doing that, the goal isn't to become like emotionless and you're just like made of steel now. Maybe you will still have some insecurities, but the difference is you're just not giving your power away in those situations, and you're knowing that like if someone's not about it, they're not going to be about it, but that's okay because you're about it. So anyways, I just wanted to add that little bit too. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.